Hello everyone, today we are going to talk about the story behind the construction. So the agenda is like 4 parts will be included in today's presentation: data description, patterns, possible root causes, and conclusion. First, we are going to describe a little bit about where is the data sources and what is about that data. So this data is from the U.S. Census, and they describe the private and public spending on construction in the United States. So today we are going to talk about the relationship between the private and public spending on construction. So we find there are actually have a very interesting pattern as the first one. Like in this, in the first graph here, you can easily see that the spending on construction increases with the months, and then it reached to its peak at the autumn, and then it drops back. And you can easily see them when I divided the data into quarters. So why does this happen? Why it reaches to its peak at the reaches to its highest point at the autumn, however it drops at the winter? I think there could be 2 reasons. First is the weather condition. So we can easily see as the winter becomes too cold, the working load of the worker will drop down, and they also do not have that much incentive to go on work because of the holiday season. You can see at December, it really just dropped down. That could be because of the Christmas season. Make people doesn't have that much incentive to go on to work. So that's the first pattern I saw. And we're going to talk about the second pattern, which is the relationship between the private construction and the public construction. And you can easily see from the graph here, the pie chart here, for the annual private construction, it only have less than 1/3. Annual public construction, it really just less than 1/3 of the total spending is spent on the public construction. For the rest of them will be the private construction. So we can easily see the private construction supply is larger. And then from this graph, we can also see that it probably reached to because the private construction take a very large part in the total construction. So when it goes up, you can see the total construction also reached to its maximum. And also, if you look it down, and you can also see that during the peak of the private construction also reaches to its maximum. So here's our conclusion. First, we think the construction will change with the season. So the season could affect the construction spending. And also, we think the private construction takes a great part in the total construction, and they probably will reach to its maximum at the same time. Thank you for listening. This is my presentation.